Join me as I explore the incredible contrasts of Manila, where I'll take on the challenge of experiencing the city's wild side, from battling through a typhoon to one of the biggest megamalls in the world. And nowhere else do more people share each square kilometer than in this city, more than in Tokyo, New York, or Shenzhen. And when the typhoons strike massive, streets turn to rivers and the shoreline holds its breath. But the city keeps moving. Markets reopen, neighbors rebuild, and a new metro tunnels beneath the chaos. Before the storms, before the darkness, Manila was pure motion, a rush of light, sound, and life. Mornings began with horns and heat, afternoons with laughter spilling into the streets. At the edge of the bay, the SM Mall of Asia rose like a monument to ambition, one of the largest shopping malls on Earth. Inside, skaters looped beneath neon lights, while families wandered toward the water, chasing sunsets the color of fire. The air smelled of salt, street food, and freedom. Here, life never paused. The city pulsed, through crowded markets, along endless jeepney routes, across bridges glowing at dusk. Manila is energy made visible, hope made loud. Across town, glass and steel rise in Makati and Bonifacio Global City. Cafes lean into street corners, night markets spark to life, and music follows the jeepneys through the heat. In Bernando's side streets, steam from dumpling stalls fogs the evening air. In Poblacion, narrow doorways hide rooftops with views that feel stolen. Along Escolta, studios and galleries pulse in reborn offices. Farther north, La Mesa Eco Park keeps a pocket of green. Canopies, damp earth, a breath that feels like starting over. At dusk, doorways hold quick prayers. Faith and food share the same table. The city's rhythm is people. Vendors calling, students rushing, fishermen pushing out at first light. The Pasig River threads it all, brown, patient, carrying stories between the lake and the bay. And beneath the noise, a promise is being carved. The Metro Manila subway, tunnels and stations mapped like arteries for a new way of moving. This was Manila's ordinary magic, crowded, vivid, unafraid. A city defined by hustle and small joys. A perfect mango, a dry seat on the ride home, a breeze off the water. But in Manila, everything can change quickly. The warning came as a bruise in the sky. And then the city inhaled. But how could a city so strong collapse so fast? Sirens, sheets of rain, power flickers, silence between thunder. What chain of events led to this disaster? September 2009, Typhoon Ondoy Kitsana parks over Metro Manila. Hours of rain, streets turn to rivers, buses drift, living rooms fill to the waist. 2013, Haiyan or Yolanda rips the nation. Manila feels the shock in flooded roads, stranded families, a capital running on emergency rhythm. 2020, Ulysses or Vemco pushes the Marikina and Pasig past their edges. Dark water, rooftops, rescue boats, the city speaking in flashlights. And then in 2024, an oil spill in Manila Bay smears the shoreline. Nets come up slick. Schools close. The wind carries a bitter film across the promenade. Was it human error or something far more sinister? Drainage choked with plastic. Homes on floodplains because there is nowhere else to go. Land subsiding millimeter by millimeter. Hard edges built on soft ground. Each storm is a test. Each failure, a lesson written in water and fuel. Collapse. Chaos. Shock. Darkness. Short sentences because disaster arrives that way. Maps glow red. Low-lying wards, coastal roads, the long mouth of the river. News tickers crawl, phones die. And yet, even in the downpour, you hear it. Vendors shouting, whistles of rescuers, the stubborn rhythm of a city refusing to stop. This is how the line breaks, first at the gutters, then at the door. But this was only the beginning. What followed would test the city like never before. What does recovery look like when a city refuses to stop? Then versus now. Same streets, new heartbeat. Where brown water once climbed the walls, paint is fresh and windows open to morning light. Children race along pavements that yesterday were rivers. Vendors wheel carts back to corners they swore they'd never leave again. At the Bay, SM Mall of Asia glows like a lighthouse. Its promenade busy, its echo a reminder that crowds return when fear recedes. Underground, the Metro Manila subway pushes forward, ringing steel, dust, and a promise. Shorter commutes, safer routes, fewer lives stranded when the sky breaks. Each meter tunneled feels like a vote for the future. But healing is never simple. In Tondo, Anna unlocks a rebuilt door, sets out 3 bowls of rice, and quietly counts the storms she has survived. A block away, a school reopens. Fresh chalk, bright uniforms, laughter loud enough to challenge the tide. Across town, a pocket of green. Arocero's Forest Park breathes back. Trees catch the wind that once carried salt and sirens. Whispers linger. Some still believe the shoreline is retreating, traded piece by piece for progress. Others swear the ground itself is sinking, millimeter by millimeter. Legends mix with blueprints. Doubt shares a table with hope. Markets hum again. Bridges shine at dusk. Pumps thrum beneath the streets. New floodgates hold, most days. Life keeps choosing forward. Manila has learned the choreography of return. Mop, mend, reopen, rejoice. Not denial, discipline. Not luck, labor. And yet the question remains, hanging over the Bay like heat. Is all this enough, not just to rise, but to stay? Manila has seen glory, shock, and the stubborn will to rise again. Skylines turned to mirrors after the rain, streets became rivers, the Bay wore a film of oil, yet lights returned, markets opened, and a new metro carved a path beneath the noise. The city bends, but it doesn't break. So, where does the story flow next? How does Venice hold back the sea when the tide keeps climbing? What secrets still sleep inside Pripyat's abandoned schools? And which city will reveal the next fault line between beauty and risk? If you want more stories like this, subscribe to Satellite and join the journey. Drop a comment. Metro first or coast first? Share this episode with someone who needs to see Manila's before and after.